With Persona 4 Revival just having been announced, many people have expressed their yearning for certain additions to the experience, whether it be gameplay, story, or character-wise. And today I'm going to highlight some of my most wanted inclusions into the game. By the way, these aren't ranked or anything. At number 1, following along the trend of Reload, I would love to see the addition of more character events, similar to the addition of linked episodes. I know that the party members of Persona 4 have their own social links, unlike Persona 3. However, I'd still like to see more character dynamics and groupings within the larger investigation team. The original game definitely isn't lacking in this, but more interactions would be cool. Think about Persona 5 Strikers, because God knows that Yusuke and Haru hardly talk to each other in either Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal. At number 2, I would like to see the return of Shihoko Hirata as the main singer. As with Persona 3 Reload, the original singer, Yumi Kawamura, was replaced by Azumi Takahashi. I completely understand her being replaced due to her age and smoking habits, but the same does not go for Hirata. In terms of speculation, I do not expect them to replace her, given that a few months ago she posted on her Instagram that she was recording for a new project, so it's more than likely that she'll return. For number 3, unfortunately, I don't believe they'll actually change this, but the addition of unique, personalized dungeons for each TV world set would add so much to Persona 4's gameplay and charm. For Persona 3, I understand keeping Tartarus the same as the randomly generated aspect of the tower was a function of the story itself. However, it has no place in Persona 4. Persona 4's dungeons should be much more like Persona 5's palaces in terms of gameplay. I know this one is a bit more of an obvious take, but it would still be pretty awesome. Especially since the types of puzzles you can do in these essentially two-dimensional floors, there's no verticality, is extremely limited. For this next one, my hope is that they fix the fog in Persona 4 Revival. If you are unaware, the original fog of Persona 4 specifically, not Golden, set the tone for Inaba during rainy or foggy weather, a lot better than how Golden portrays it. It's hard to put it into words, so I'll show both of them side by side. On a side note, I believe there was a huge overreaction that came in response to the reveal trailer. The visuals shown were from an earlier form of the game, and I feel like people are making fun of it for the sake of it. I do think some of these jokes are pretty funny, but ultimately untrue, because there's intent behind the visual style, with a sort of Makoto Shinkai-esque color grading. If you don't like that, that's fine, but I do. That's all I have to say. For number 5, this is a little further fetched, but having additions from the Persona 4 anime would be awesome. It is pretty much the best video game to anime adaptation and is a genuinely worthwhile experience that allows you to relive the game's story. I'm going to focus on a popular request from fans to be more specific, and that is the addition of Aika, the daughter of the owner of Aya. She's mentioned in the game, however, she doesn't make an actual appearance. Her inclusion has made some of the funniest moments in the Persona 4 anime, so we would pretty much have everything to gain. She is pretty popular for a reason. For number 6, this is a pretty simple request, which is for Atlus to add more personas. At least from the new Demons and SMT5, as they didn't do anything like this for Persona 3 Reload. And I'm like, this is a remake, please just add stuff to the experience. It's not just a nicer looking Persona 4 with modern graphics, it's more than that. For number 7, this is one of my most wanted ones, and I bet you could guess what it is from the thumbnail of the video. That being the Yosuke romance route. This isn't as far-fetched as some of you may think, as it was actually planned for the original Persona 4, going as far to be fully voiced in English. This would be a precedent in the Persona series, and honestly, I believe it would be a great addition.
Maybe I'm just hetero-flexible. Whatever.
For number 8, I would love them to add the ability to hang out with Margaret. It is featured in both 5 and 3, and it would allow us to interact with her character more, rather than just completing her social link by fusing personas. For this last one, I recommend clicking away from the video if you haven't already played through the story of Persona 4. And also for commenters, please be respectful of spoilers, because the creation of a remake brings a lot more new fans that haven't interacted with the game before, and they may be watching this video, if anyone is watching at all. Anyways, Persona 4 Revival should add a unique battle theme for Adachi. It's the same boss theme as Namatame's, which is a New World Fool. And one of the reasons I'm saying this is that one of the only good things to come out of the Persona 4 Golden, specifically Golden anime, is the battle theme between you and Adachi. I wouldn't necessarily have it in that style because it wouldn't really work for a game, but something different would make the experience more unique. Thank you for watching. If you have any wants for Persona 4 Revival, I suggest you leave them in the comments. And if you enjoy Persona content, I recommend subscribing and checking out our other videos. That's all. Thank you.